One of the big things for us to move into adult life preparation from home rather than from school was we read a book, and in the book, the expert very kindly stated, why would you have children if you're going to get somebody else to bring them up? Now, this really struck a chord with me, and I started to notice, of course, that my son was changing and that my influence was less and that the school influence was more, and it wasn't necessarily influence that I agreed with. And so when you look at this, when you really question this, what is it, 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's an awful lot of time with somebody that I don't know, didn't particularly like, and don't trust, which was the school and the teachers. You know, when I was younger, I dated a teacher, and there's a reputation, isn't there? We know what teachers are like. They're wonderful, kind, loving people that are a little bit, which is probably why I fit so well as being a teacher to my own son. I get the irony, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to offend any teachers here. You're just doing your job. You're caught up in a system. The system dictates everything. You're the soldiers. You're not the generals. I get it. And you really have got to have a special kind of resilience and thick skin to be able to cope with so many children all crammed into a prison. I mean, all crammed into a school for 6 to 7 hours a day, every day. I mean, hats off to you. It really is a special skill. And, you know, and we love you. It's just the system that is failing our children. And unfortunately, you are a piece of that system. So there's the question. Why have children if you're then going to give those children to somebody else to bring up? And you might say, oh no, they're in my image and things. Of course they are a little bit, and they're going to look like you a little bit, and they're going to have similar traits to you a little bit. But you've also subjected them to a massive amount of influence from adults that I bet you don't really know. I bet you haven't interviewed. Would you let them stay at your house overnight? Would you let your children stay at their house overnight? And if the answer is no, or maybe no, then you got to question whether or not you should be sending your child to that class, don't you think? Which is exactly what I did. There's a phrase in business that says, don't do business with anyone that you wouldn't have stay over at your house for the night, or certainly come round and meet all of your family. Well, say that being a parent is the most important job on the planet, which it is, because we're taking care of the next generation, but yet we're offering up the next generation to a bunch of strangers. I mean, how many of you are actually going into the school, really know that teacher and their motivations, and to a larger extent their private life, but also knows exactly what the school is teaching your children, what are the other kids talking about, and how are they influencing the way your offspring thinks and will eventually grow up to be?